We are. Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to the show here, Stock Markets with Bruce. We're trying to follow what's going to happen today in the markets here, in plain English, and take our fair share of dough out of this market, especially from the option writing point of view. This market is perfect for making money by writing options. Welcome one, welcome all to my secret location that Jennifer and I are hiding out in right now. It's great to have you all here. We're doing just fine. We're hanging in there, watching these markets. Jennifer is doing great. She had her knee looked after yesterday. She had one of those injections of cortisone and whatever else, and she has no pain in her leg whatsoever. No pain at all. It's going to come up to in about 3-4 hours. It'll be 24 hours since she's had this, and she's been just perfect. So we're very happy about that. Now we can work on her hip and giddy up. That's all good stuff. All of you who are throwing thumbs ups our way already, thank you for helping out this show. Before we even begin, we have 53 thumbs ups already in the house, and I appreciate that. Keep them coming if you can. Absolutely wonderful. The markets this morning, I think what we have here is a relief rally. Dead cat bounce, maybe a bit too harsh to call it, but you know what? We were down 1,000 points Friday. Yesterday, 180 more just on the Dow. We're up 158 on the Dow right now. We're not even up as much as we lost yesterday, and it's been a positive morning all morning for futures, but it's waning out. It is already getting tired, and as we're coming into the final 57 minutes before we start trading, these markets do not show me that they're really ready to rock and roll. I think we have a relief rally coming. We have some bargain hunting coming in. But I also believe what's going on is there's some realigning going on. Perhaps some folks are getting out of this sector into this sector, that kind of stuff. But as far as a big push higher from here, now is not the time that is going to happen. We have a ton of economic news coming out this week. Unemployment numbers, inflation numbers, housing numbers. And the street, the experts in Wall Street, they know what they are also waiting on, and they know it's coming. Everyone knows we're going to get this. Another 0.75% interest rate hike is coming this September. It's baked in. It's going to happen. That means Treasury yields will go higher. World interest rates will go higher. We are already hearing that the European Central Bank is talking 0.5 point to 0.75 point themselves. That, again, is a complete reversal of banking philosophy from a zero interest rate environment with quantitative easing, where money was being pushed into the market, to the reverse, higher rates and money coming out of the market. The U.S. Treasury is just about to start selling off some of the bonds they have, and it might be so many billion, like 10 billion a week, 20 billion a week. It's not going to flood the market with all kinds of bonds. It's just going to supply the market with more bonds that the market really doesn't need right now, because governments are borrowing from bond markets to fund their deficits. There are corporations out there who are in need of cash. They have to borrow. They're finding that their borrowing costs are rising because they're competing with governments that are looking to raise money, along with the fact that the Fed and the ECB and the Bank of England, the Bank of Canada, the Bank of Japan, they are all going to flood the market with bonds that they've been buying for the last 15, 20 years. And this is going to create a shortage of cash. And I'll bring this little example to you. If you go to your banker and you ask the banker, hey, how much are you charging for a home equity line of credit? How much are you charging in interest? And they go, oh, well, we're charging 5.5% for a line of credit for your house. Great. Look, I want to do an addition to my home. I want to modify I'm going to redo the kitchen and the bathroom, and I'm building a home office and blah, blah, blah. I need 150 grand on my $1 million house. And the banker goes, that's great, but I can't lend that to you. What do you mean? Well, we don't have any money to lend. Well, you were just saying you charge 5.5% for a loan. Yes, we do charge. We do charge 5.5% for an equity line of credit to our best clients, but we don't have any money available to borrow right now. That is what's coming up. And so you can offer to pay all the interest you want, like say, oh, I'll pay you 6%, lend me money at 6%, and the banker goes, our bank is out of money right now, we can't lend you anything. The Fed is tightened up, the ECB is tightened up. Cash that used to be available everywhere is not available everywhere. My investors, my depositors are withdrawing deposits right now. I pay them 2% interest on their money, and they're not leaving it with me. They're taking the money out for bills because higher inflation, and/or they're taking the money, putting it somewhere else where they can get 3% on their money. And so our deposits are stagnant or dropping, and we can't increase our loan portfolio. This is stagflation. This is a recession. This is a problem. And I'm just giving you a micro little mini example where the banker will never talk to you like this. They'll never say this, that, we have a run on our deposits, and they're not going to talk like that. You don't want anyone to think that there might be a run on the bank. So it's just economic tightening is what's going on. And when large entities come to large bankers and say, we're in need of $2 billion to do this, that, and the other thing, and the bankers say, I can get you 500 million, and I'll try to find you the other 1.5 billion you need. And the banker makes calls to other bankers, which is what they do. Generally large, this is syndicated loans, what we're talking about. They make calls, not just across the street to the competitor over there. It's not like, Citibank is calling Bank of America and let's do something. Citibank will call the Commerce Bank in Germany. They'll pick up the phone and call the leading bank in France. They'll call all their pals globally and try to cobblestone a $2 billion package to fund this company's request for cash. And it's not going to be as easy as it has been to put the dough together. That's what I'm getting at. So if the Federal Reserve of the United States, Bank of Canada, Bank of England, ECB, Bank of Japan, all the other national banks are selling bonds back to the market that they had bought before by printing money, by now selling bonds for cash and then just eliminating the cash from circulation, you are tightening the money supply. You're crushing it. You're shrinking it. And the more you shrink the money supply, the more difficult it gets for the fringe borrowers to borrow money. The core borrowers, like the government of the United States, will always be able to borrow money. It might cost more, but they can always borrow. All governments are like number one. They're AAA rated, generally speaking. But if you're a triple B or a double B or you're a triple C borrower as a corporation, you're in trouble. You're now going to the secondary market. You can forget about going to the bond market to try to raise money. You're going to go to the secondary market, which is what we call the junk bond market. You're going to go to those guys. You're going to go to hedge funds, and you might go to ETFs that specialize in junk debt. And you're now going to be quoted serious interest rates on the money you need because they know you can't go anywhere else. You've come to the last place. And this is where it gets ugly. Now, look, you guys are watching. I know a number of you guys are watching Bed Bath & Beyond stock the last couple of days. You notice it's popped up again this morning. Rumor is, the story goes, the shares are up in anticipation of the month-end status report of the company, because the company promised last week when Mr. Cohen walked out the door, they promised that by the end of this month that they would give an update on what their future plans are. I can kind of give you a preview of what's coming, all right? I can't tell you exactly what they're going to say, but I'm going to give you kind of a hint. Since they've lined up $400 million in emergency funding through a Houston-based hedge fund, this Houston-based hedge fund has probably put a deal together with Bed Bath & Beyond to restrict them from doing any kind of stock buybacks, dividends, stock splits, you name it. Every dime that comes through the front door of Bed Bath & Beyond, after you pay rent, taxes on the business taxes, and salaries, everything after that is now subject to repayment of some of that 400 million. Like, in other words, the interest on the 400 million, which will be substantial, will be right up at the top of the list of what you must pay. One of the top 4 things you have to pay first. Then you can pay this vendor, that vendor, whatever. The 400 million will carry them through Christmas. We'll let them fund up. I don't even know if they can get merchandise in between now and Christmas for Christmas merchandise. They might be able to bring in the merchandise that they've been holding off since springtime. That does them no good this Christmas. What you need this Christmas is Christmas stuff. And I don't know if they even have any. They're going to try to put the best spin on it possible, that they're fully funded and that they can, fund operations well into next year, and that they will reorganize this and redo that, and they'll close underperforming stores. There is no good news coming for the shareholders of Bed Bath & Beyond. There's good news coming for the creditors of Bed Bath & Beyond. Some of these outfits that have got bills outstanding that are 180 days overdue, they're going to get some dough. Yeah, that's where this 400 million is coming from. But it's just a rollover of debt for Bed Bath & Beyond. They're going to say goodbye to old debts and say hello to this big, fat, new debt that really restricts these guys. And I suspect that what is going to be actively happening is that the lender, the guys out of Houston, Texas, they're going to help the company find a buyer to be taken out. And it won't be at a premium of $15 a share or $20 a share. It could be a paper deal at $3 a share. It's going to be ugly. And the dreamers and the Wall Street bets and Reddit people are the hope for the mother of all short squeeze gamblers are in this stock, and they're about to get crushed again. Stay the hell away from this thing. Don't buy puts, don't buy calls, don't do anything. Get out, stay out. It's going to be a bloodbath starting tomorrow, maybe after the close. I don't know when they're announcing it. I don't know how they're announcing it. You don't want to be there. It's going to be a mess. Cindy, I would not be in this. Whatever you're doing, buying the stock, writing a call, whatever, I would just avoid this thing completely. There's going to be some ugliness there, some real ugliness, because anything you own to write against, it's going to go lower than the premium you're going to get. If you lose $4 on the stock or $6 on the stock, but you made $2 on a contract, you still lost money, because there's no recovery expected. And again, this is just my personal opinion. I've been around retail all my life, and I have seen for 40 years the markets be absolutely brutal when it comes to reorganizations. And this is a reorganization on a grand scale. And there's a reason Cohen walked away, because the board was not willing to pay the price that he was saying they had to pay. Now they're finding out what the price is they have to pay with the one and only lender so far that seems to have come forward that they can work with. And they're going to find that, this is going to be nasty. And so I'm just, I stay away. Anyway, there it is. I'll buy back my call and sell the stock. Run away, run away. Anyway, there it is. What else is going on? Look at the market now. 116 on the Dow, 16 on S&P, 75 on NASDAQ. We seem to be backing off coming into the opening. We're still 40 plus minutes away from it, so we have a long ways to wait, and the market is not surging anywhere. Crude is down 228 a barrel. Had a nice day yesterday, a little too far. Noticed an article yesterday, read it this morning, about Russian oil sales. Russian oil sales are just fine. The Russians have figured out how to black market their product. This should come as no surprise to anyone in the oil patch, anyone in the futures business, and anyone that studies how Russians operate. They'll say one thing, do the other, and you see what's happening. You see a video of what's happening here, and then they interpret that totally the opposite direction. Complete misdirect, complete fabrications. The bottom line is the European Union. They are technically at war with the Russians through the Ukrainians. But what the European Union doesn't want to do is utilize any of their personnel, and they don't want to pay an economic price to win the war. Now, they are paying a price regardless, because grain prices are up, commodity prices are higher, natural gas is much higher, oil is higher than a year ago. So they are paying, as the rest of us are paying as well. But they don't want to pay the ultimate price to beat the Russians back. And what that will require is what the Ukrainians are paying. Ukrainians are paying with blood and guts to get the Russians off of their land. They are being given the tools with which to get these guys out of there. And the good news for the Ukrainians is that, generally speaking, the Russian troops in the Ukraine are unmotivated to be there. The only reason they're there is because of money. They're being paid a lot of cash by the Soviet or the Russian government, and they're so destitute going in. These guys are desperate for cash. They're just hoping to stay alive long enough to get out of it, and that's the only reason they're there. They're mercenaries being paid money. They're not there for love of country or for the love of this land or anything like that. The Ukrainians are motivated all the way to the grave to get them out of there. And that's why the Russians are going to have a tough time holding what they've got and justifying to themselves, why are we even here? The Ukrainians actually have an ally that the Russians don't have. It's kind of odd. Time is actually Ukraine's friend. Because the longer this goes on, the more this permeates into the Russian psyche that this is a mistake. We shouldn't really be here. The Russian propaganda machine is just pumping out the great glory of the country, and we're defending our motherland. This isn't a single troop in Russia. But, we're getting rid of the Nazis and all this nonsense. They've got that early momentum, but as each day goes by, each week goes by, and as more body bags come out of Ukraine back to Russia, more and more Russians are being touched by this, where it's to the point where not too long from now, almost every Russian will admit, yeah, I know somebody that knows somebody that died, or in the family, a cousin of ours, an uncle, distant uncle, his brother died over there, or someone I know got injured or lost a limb or something. This is going to permeate in, and it's going to get closer and closer and closer to more of the Russians. The question is, how much will they tolerate this for how long? 3, 6, 9 months, easy sell. 1 or 2 or 3 years, it grinds. And this is what happened in Afghanistan and other territories that the Russians tried to move in on. And just after 5 years, we're just taking a bloodbath, a beating, and it cost them internally. It cost their politicians dearly. Now, with a dictator like Putin, the one thing that will finish him off is time. Old age. Eventually, he'll die of old age. But that could be another 20 years from now. And so in the meantime, he'll keep running whatever he can run with. The bad news for him, unfortunately, is Ukraine will only get worse strategically, logistically. Now, on the oil front, the Russians have found ways to keep selling their oil, 7.5 million barrels a day, through black market transactions. And the biggest buyer of Russian oil right now is India. India has agreed to buy 1 million barrels a day. They've been buying 1 million barrels a day already, out and out doing it. They're not even pretending they're not buying this stuff. But the other surprise buyer of Russian oil is Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has been buying a lot of Russian oil, all under the table, cash. No need to disclose this. Um, and instead of buying the oil and reselling it legitimately to someone else as legitimate Saudi oil, they're not playing that game. What they're doing is the Saudis are bringing in Russian oil cheap because they're buying it black market. Then they're selling their oil to the rest of the world at world prices because, they're great guys. There's no terrorists in Saudi Arabia. They're wonderful people. And what they're doing with the Russian oil is they're burning it in their power plants, because Saudi Arabia has a lot of electrical power plants that provide a lot of electricity by burning their oil, as they have oil everywhere. They're now using the Russian oil as the fuel to power their electric generators. Not every single one, but a big chunk of them. And this way, the Russian oil doesn't end up going anywhere. It ends up coming into Saudi Arabia and disappears into the atmosphere, unfortunately for us, as burned carbon. And the Saudis can't be accused of trafficking Russian oil. They're just utilizing it as fuel for their electricity needs. And of course, think about it this way. You in America, Canada, the UK, Germany, wherever you're located watching me here live, you've probably all noticed your electricity bills going higher in the last year. In some cases have gone astronomically higher. In Saudi Arabia, electricity costs are cheaper. Why? Because instead of using domestic fuel that they would have sold to China or Japan or America or wherever they're selling their oil to, they're not selling their oil. They're not using their oil to power electricity. They're using discounted Russian oil. We're talking 35, 40% off the world price that the Saudis are buying and burning it to make electricity domestically. So the Saudis are producing electricity at a much lower price than anyone else is producing electricity, while at the same time offloading their legitimate oil at the world price. And what is the talk this past week out of OPEC? We're thinking of having production cutbacks. We're thinking of reducing the amount of oil going to the rest of the world, which means higher prices for oil. And where have we gone in the last week? From 86 a barrel to 94 a barrel this week. And so who are your friends really out there? This is what NATO is finding out. This is what Biden is getting on a daily briefing from his security advisors, who your friends are and what your friends are doing. And this is what the president and top leaders constantly are being given info about. They say this publicly, but here's what they're doing privately. And of course, Russia is exporting all the oil they can to China. China is happily buying all the oil they can get from the Russians for their own domestic needs. Excuse me. And again, the Chinese are barking at the Americans to stay the hell away from Taiwan, and they want the tariffs removed from their goods. And of course, they accuse Americans of every problem they have as an American problem. America is to blame for everything that's wrong in China. And of course, the Russians are saying exactly the same thing. Welcome to the planet. Welcome to how you run a totalitarian country with propaganda right from the top. And there's your breakdown of what's been going on in the oil market lately. To me, the solution is still simple. It comes down to only one consumer. There's one consumer that can control the price of oil like that, and it's Americans and Canadians, North Americans. We consume more oil per person than anyone else on the planet, and it's not even close. We waste this stuff. We absolutely waste it, and we have not got the gumption. There's no urgency in our lives to become misers when it comes to using oil. Nothing has scared us to make us do it. The pictures of glaciers melting, we couldn't care less. Flooding in Pakistan, so what? Flooding in the U.S. in certain regions, it happens. We have enough money to fix these problems. We can deal with flooding. We can deal with droughts. We just do. We do not care to change the planet's trajectory. We're just not motivated. We're more motivated in settling scores or being in. We're more interested in the start of the NFL season coming up than climate change. It's as simple as that. That's the bitter truth. And depending on the age group of the population of our countries, we all have different needs, wants, and desires. And at the end of the day, we're just not motivated. And we don't see the urgency on a survival basis, whether it's economic or anything else, that says to us, we have to cut back using this stuff. If it was there, we'd be on it, but it isn't there. And there's the issue. And you've got these, in some cases, you have some political leaders begging their voters, please conserve energy. And the voters are going, just stop it with that. I've been hearing it since the 60s. I'm bored to tears. I have an 8-second attention span. What else is going on? Tell me something good. And that's what it is. And we have issues. There's no doubt about that. There are solutions to these problems. But I can tell you that within a month, we could have oil at $35 a barrel, just like that. And all you got to do is use about half as much as you're using, and that'll wipe them out. That'll completely crush the energy sector, create havoc everywhere. And the Russians now have to sell oil at $15 a barrel on the black market, and they will lose money on every oil barrel that they produce. But we're not that motivated, and we're not that desperate, and we don't have a gun to our head to have to do it. And so we just continue on. And the vehicles that are in the shortest supply on the car dealers' lots, the vehicles that are in the greatest demand are SUVs and pickup trucks, gas-powered SUVs and pickup trucks. We want those big cars with that smooth ride, with the leather interior and the air conditioning system and everything else. That's what we are. Personally, that's not my preference, but that as a collective, that's what we are. We are gas-guzzling, lazy bastards. And we've got the world by the tail. We're the consumers of the planet. Everybody wants to sell to us. Everybody wants our cash, Canadian cash, American cash, no problems, accepted everywhere. And we are big and fat, out of shape, and biased, and filled with hatred and frustration to everybody and everything. That's exactly the way it is. And all we hear and read about in the media is anger and frustration. And how do you win a war against the Russians, who will stop at nothing to annihilate the Ukrainians, like even shelling near a nuclear plant? They will stop at nothing. The funny thing to me is, if you land a couple of shells on those nuclear reactors, the poisoning, the atomic poisoning will be right into Russia, because it's right next door to their country. It's kind of like in a nuclear power plant on the other side of the Mexican border, just south of Los Angeles, and the American army blowing up a nuclear reactor 10 miles inside of Mexico and having San Diego and LA wiped out from the radiation. It's that stupid. And that is what the Russians are doing. They couldn't care less. And so trying to negotiate with these guys, good luck with that. So like I said, they're living off the oil proceeds. They're living off of natural gas proceeds. They have weaponized food. They have weaponized energy. And you got to hand it to the Russians. They're doing it right from their end. They're doing what they have to do to win their war. They have a domestic issue they got to deal with. They got 250 million people to feed. They've got popularity contests over there, like we have popularity contests here. It's called polls. The propaganda war is being won within Russia. For Russians, the propaganda war within the United States and Canada is not being won by us. We're not winning the propaganda war. We are at each other's throats. And the Russians are just giggling at the complete dysfunction of the Western powers. We got to act together in certain ways, but in certain ways we don't. And they're taking advantage of us by just going through the fissures and finding where the cracks are, and they're moving in and surviving nicely. It ain't pretty. It isn't ethical, but it pays the bills. And like I said, in the Godfather movies, it's not personal, it's business. It's not personal, So that's why you hold your enemies closer to kind of keep on top of everything. It's fascinating. Anyway, folks, there we are. We are 28 minutes away from opening it up. On that happy note, welcome everybody. Looking at GameStop, we're up 47 cents. We're not going anywhere here. Yeah, it's at 32.02. It's over 32. Panic? I don't think so. We're going under 30. I think we're going to 28, maybe lower, unless they are coming up with something that is just blowing our minds. On the NFT front, I'm hearing nothing great. I'm hearing nothing great happening there at all. And there's whisper rumors out there about, those layoffs we heard about could well be in that area over there, because it's not bringing in the cash that was hoped for, because the NFT market is not raging right now. Of course, the crypto market in trouble too. The higher interest rates go, the worse it is for commodities, for currencies, and the worse it's going to be for crypto. The big promise of crypto, or the perceived message that people got is, you buy into crypto because everyone will. It will become the de facto currencies that you can trust. It's the non-government controlled currency of the world. It's going to get to that level. And so the people of the world will unite and be able to jump in there and be free of regulations and what have you, tracing and all that stuff. The problem, of course, is that when you don't have a backer for the currency, you have gaps in credibility, and you have gaps in pricing. With the US dollar, you have a backer called the United States government through the Federal Reserve and the US Treasury. But with crypto, you don't have one. You don't have anything like that. And so what you have are a whole bunch of folks who are naked, completely exposed to the vulnerabilities of these markets. And the saddest part of the whole crypto thing is 5 years ago, when it really came on, and in the last 3, 4, 5 years, a lot of small investors is the wrong word, but small capitalized participants into crypto were fooled into believing that if I buy now, I'm one of the early ones. I'm an early adopter. And I know of someone who bought crypto a year ago, and they're already up nicely. They've doubled their money, tripled their money. I want to get in. It's the pyramid game. And the thinking was, there's a pyramid perhaps at the end. There will be a point where there'll be a pyramid. But we're getting in still down here. We're in the bottom third of this thing. I know people who got in ahead of me, because that's how I found out about it. And now I'm getting in with my $50 a month or $500 I got lying around or whatever it is. And this added up to billions and billions of dollars that came into this crypto pile. And of course, various cryptocurrencies showed up. It wasn't just one. And that diversified the pot. Then you got all the secondary actors who got in there, who are promoters of the game, who are actually only interested in helping you buy and sell this stuff and taking their cut, their commissions. And there are a lot of examples of people who bought crypto, had to pay a big fee to get in, but it went up enough that fee was already covered by the gain, perceived gain. And then the time came to start taking crypto money out again. They had that fee on the way out. And by the time they figured out what it cost to get into it and what it cost to get out of it, they only made a 15% profit in 2 years, where they thought they were up 100+%. And now, today, there are people who are getting out of crypto because they have to get cash, because unfortunately, they can't pay the IOUs they have in crypto. They need cash to pay their IOUs, and they're selling their crypto and getting crushed on the price. They're losing money and getting hosed on the way out the door by whomever they were using to hold it with. And they're really getting taken advantage of. And it's this, how do I call this? It's like a slaughterhouse. There's the one that you know of, where we make bacon here, and then we're making sausages over here, and this is the back of the slaughterhouse, and it's ugly, and it's one victim at a time that's getting bludgeoned to death, and they are losing everything. There are people who have lost, some cases, tens to hundreds of dollars. Then there are those who've lost hundreds to thousands of dollars, but they'll all survive. They'll all continue on. They'll all be okay. And then there are those who are losing tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars each, in massive meltdowns, where they thought they were millionaires. They on paper, at one point, they were worth over $1 million or more. And they're now wiped out because many of these folks got talked into converting their crypto into other investments through derivative platforms. Again, all of these secondary actors that came out with paying daily interest on the value of your crypto, or allowing us to lend your crypto out to others for a fat interest rate. And so they've lost their crypto. They can't get their crypto back. They have zero. They got an IOU from an entity that is bankrupt. And there are a billion of those people, and they're all silently licking their wounds because there's no organization they can go to for relief. These are not government guaranteed backed investments. And so this underground economy, this secret economy, which was the whole point of crypto, to keep government away from me, this entire underworld has been shattered. And we only see the evidence of the problems with regards to what's the value of the crypto product. What we don't know, and there's nowhere where we can go to get official statistics, is exactly how many trillions or hundreds of billions have been lost, eviscerated, evaporated from existence. That's the sad part about that market. And so not good. As option writers, what can I say, kids? You've got gamblers out there there are more gamblers coming into the option market, I've read today, than ever before. Apparently, on a daily basis, we have 40 million contracts trade a day now in the options market. 40 million contracts. Now, a contract represents 100 shares. So that's 4 billion shares a day of activity in the options market right now. So if you've got a couple of hundred shares of GameStop, or 500 shares of SoFi, or you've got 10 deep in the money calls on HBQ or whatever you're playing with, you are part of the market, but you're not the dominant force of the market. You're taking your share of the dough off the table on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. And I congratulate you folks for being the writers, because you're helping to satisfy a humongous demand from gamblers who want to be into the options market desperately. As the crypto thing collapses out, they're shifting back to options. They're discovering, I can buy a call option on SoFi. I can buy a call option on GameStop. I'll do that. They're desperate for a return. And it's a regulated market. It's a visible market. It's upfront. Anyone can see the quotes. There's no hiding the fact as to how many contracts exist. It's all there. And you can see how the stock reacts and the options react from it in the open. And so it's drawing a lot of money in. Last month, $2 trillion of value was represented in the options market. And this month, it's right up there. There's a ton of cash coming into the options market representing trillions of dollars in stock. And it's not going to end, because the worse the economy gets, the more shaky the economy appears to be going, the more players will come into the options market because they have been priced out of the stock market. Funny enough, when interest rates were zero, people had cash that they could get their hands on to buy and sell stock. And you saw, and I saw, non-stop advertising everywhere for fractional share ownership. Schwab had what they called the slices. You could buy $50 worth of stock in 10 different companies, $5 each, no big deal, no commissions, no nothing. And so people were encouraged to buy Apple shares and Amazon and Google, all the FANG stocks. And they were popping in $100, $500, $1,000, $2,000 into their platform accounts, and they were gambling on fractional ownership of shares because the market kept hitting new record highs all the time, kept going up and up and up and up. And so even fractional share players who knew nothing, had no clue what the hell they were doing, could put $1,000 into the market, and a month later it was $1,100, and they were up $100. And they felt good about it. A lot of people played that market on borrowed money because they were playing the margin game with the fractional share platforms. And so they were margining 50%, 100%, and just gambling like crazy. But when the market turned around last November, December, January, and we came all the way down to June, all these folks, a whole bunch of these folks got wiped out. They lost huge chunks of their values and really got taken to the cleaners. You folks, you shifted your game plan last year when you found me, and you began to write options, and you decided, I'm going into the insurance business. I'm going to write options against stock I've got and make it pay me to hold it, because I hold through thick and thin. I've been holding this GameStop through the highs, the lows. I've got IBM, I got Apple, I got whatever. I'm never selling this stuff. I'm going to be in it for years and years. I might as well be paid to hold on to it. I'll take the option writing game to the max. And this has sheltered a lot of you from tremendous pain in the markets had you done nothing from way back last year, a year and a half ago. At those record highs, you'd be now down upwards of 30, 40, 50% or more, depending if you were leveraged or not. That's the name of this game, is how to stay ahead of the Joneses. Now, look, the folks who lost all kinds of dough, they want to get it back, and they want to stay in the markets. What they're figuring out, though, is that what they can do as they watch channels on YouTube and elsewhere, they find out that they can play the options market. There's always been channels on YouTube about how to play options. It's always been out there. And more are desperate for a way to make money. And whenever you read a story in the Wall Street Journal or the New York Times, or you hear a story on CNN or on Fox or anywhere else about, a college student took 10 grand and turned it into $250,000 playing options on a stock, that brings in millions of eyeballs to watch that story, to see, how did this kid do this, and how can I be 1/10 as successful? Can I take 1,000 and just turn it into 20 grand? It doesn't have to be 2 million. Can I just get my hands on 20,000 fast? I got bills. I got problems. This brings a gazillion people into the option market, and they're coming for you. They're coming into your world, and they're desperate to win. They don't know what they're doing. They haven't got a clue how options work. They don't understand depreciation. They have no idea what shrinkage means. They have no idea about a contract's value out of the money, at the money, in the money. They don't get the leverage factor. They just are looking for a lottery ticket win. And what are they watching? They're watching the Nigerian brothers on CNBC. They're watching Fox Business. They're watching the options guys on CNBC after the close every week. They're looking for ideas on what to do and what to play. And where are they going for their investment advice? They're going to Wall Street Bets. They're going to Discord discussion groups. They're going all over the place because where can't they go? Where can they not go to get option trading advice from professionals? They can't go to a stockbroker. They can't go to a licensed options trader. Why? Because they've only got a couple of $1,000 to play with. They don't have $1 million. They're not welcome in the front door of Chase Bank or Bank of America or Merrill Lynch, JP Morgan, anywhere. There is nowhere they can go to have a one-on-one and talk about an option investment strategy. These guys don't talk to small investors. Where you guys come in is you're offering liquidity on stocks you have and saying, you want to gamble on my GameStop shares? I'll let you gamble on my GameStop shares. A half an hour ago, they were 32.20. Right now, they're 31.90. You want to gamble? I'd love to have you gamble on my stock because you guys know something the option buyers don't. You know for a fact that options will depreciate in the last 3 weeks of their lifetime to zero if they're out of the money. They'll come to next to zero if they're at the money. And even if they're in the money, they'll only come down to the value of the contract. The in the money value is all they're going to do. And you're more than happy to write a contract for 2-3 weeks at a premium over and above a book value or nothing but time value. And you're more than happy to wait around a little bit for the contract to peter out to nothing. It pays you to wait. It's absolutely beautiful. I congratulate all of you who have figured this out. You're a minority. There's no question about it. This is one of the smallest channels on YouTube in the investment field. There are investment channels with thousands of viewers at a time watching their gurus talk about the mother of all short squeezes, the greatest returns ever imagined by mankind, the so-called, the next pyramid story. They're out there. They're following the hot stock of the day, the hot story of the day, and they're looking for their lottery ticket win. And that's human nature. We take the easy way. Most of the time, we take the easy way to make this work. What is amazing to me, and maybe to a number of you guys out there, is you figured out how easy it is to write options. You figured out, if I watch this guy's classes and I hang out with his show and I even have a one-on-one with this guy, I figured out how simple it is to write stock options. This isn't complicated. This doesn't take rocket science. And the fact is that the hardest part of the entire transaction, the worst part of it, is actually the first thing you have to do, which is write the option. You have to sell it. You gotta sell an option. That's your hardest transaction, and it's the first one. Once you've done that, you've baked in your price. You know what the limitations are and what the upside's going to be and what the downside could be. You're sitting there going, okay, I've written a 31.50 contract on GameStop that expires this Friday. Done. I took in $1.20. Done. Okay. Where's it now? Oh, it's trading at 31.96 right now. The contract is worth 46 cents in book value at the moment. Once we start trading in 10 minutes, we'll be officially trading. But if we were trading right now, it's worth 46 cents value plus time, but the time is running out. I sold this contract last week, Thursday, Friday. Today is Tuesday. It dies this week. It dies in 3 days. This 46-cent contract is going to be trading at like 70, 80 cents pretty quick. I sold it for $1.20, and I was wrong when I sold the contract, because when I sold the contract, the stock was lower. The stock has gone up, and yet I'm still making money. Like, how does that work in the stock market? How can I be wrong and make money? There's got to be something illegal here. I mean, come on. Only mafia guys can be wrong and make money because they can extort money from gamblers. What's the deal here? Well, when you sell an option at a premium and it's all-time premium and it's such a juicy premium, you can afford to be wrong and still make money. That's the amazing part about it. And yet you're not wrong when you think about it because, yeah, the contracts are worth 46 cents. But you know what? When I wrote these calls, the stock was $1 a share cheaper. The shares are $1 a share higher. I'm actually up $1 a share, either in stock or in poor man covered calls. I'm $1 a share richer on the capital move of the stock, but I'm also richer on the price that I sold the call for versus what it's trading at now and what it's going to trade at Friday. Because this contract, if the stock right now, 31.85, it's a 35-cent contract right now. And if that's where this sucker is on Friday afternoon, that contract is 35 to 40 cents. That's where it's going to be. And I sold it for 120, 125. Hello. I'm a winner. And welcome to the option writing business. But I tell you, you're one of maybe 1 in 100 of the investors out there. For every one of you here, there are 99 people out there who are into the option market. They're all on the other side. They're the gamblers. You're one of 100 that's upstairs, actually, that owns the casino. Of all the people that play the stock market, there might be 300 people that play the stock market. 100 people play the options market. One is a writer. And now you're one of 300 that are actually out there in the market as a whole doing this. That's why this channel has such a small following. We are the absolute sliver of writers live following the markets as they trade every opening and at the bell. And all these players out there are chasing the mother of all short squeeze dreams and promises and hopes and aspirations. And the worse the economy is going to get, the tougher it's going to get economically, the more gamblers will come into the option market and the market to try to find a home run ball because they can't make it in their career. They can't make it in their day job. They got laid off or, there's just tough economic times. Rent went up $500 a month on their place or their car broke down and they need $5,000 to fix whatever the hardship is. There are going to be people who are going to take some dough and try to find a quick fix to solve a cash crunch problem that they've got their hands on right now. And there are those who will come to the option market and will gamble to try to find a winner that will double, triple, quadruple their money and give them a quick hit. You are the kind-hearted option writer that's out there saying, you want to gamble, you can gamble on all these contracts, including mine. And I'm going to put mine up for sale. And if you want to take a shot at them, knock yourself out. What wonderful people we have on this channel. Thank you, everybody, for being with me today. Do appreciate this. It's great to have you. So much fun. There's never a dull moment in this market, I got to tell you. Thank you, guys. What's going on here for following me and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Jason, thank you for the PayPal donation. You're awesome, buddy. I appreciate it. Those of you who do donations like this, you guys are the best. I appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing to this channel and also becoming members. We're going to go to member-only chat now. Please become a member of this channel, either at the Chillin' with Uncle Bruce level or the Gold Bagel member right there. Do it immediately because tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, I'm going live. Primetime live, 8 o'clock Eastern time with your buddy Uncle Bruce. This is where we talk about the markets and the options you're writing and what you're thinking of doing and strategizing and what have you. We do this on Wednesday nights after the markets close, so we don't have to worry about keeping an eye open on the Dow Jones industrials. We can just talk. And we can also kind of compare notes on what we think is going to happen Thursday and Friday coming up. So please become a Gold Bagel member ASAP. Join me Wednesday nights, and of course, every morning prior to this show, before this 8:30 Eastern time show, we do the trade alert for Gold Bagel members only. That show lasts anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes every morning, and you're welcome as a Gold Bagel member. You'll get alerts from YouTube that he's on again. He's coming on this morning at 8:05 or at 7:55 or whatever time I fire it up. And we cover what we're going to talk about here today to give you a little heads up and help you organize your life and figure out what you're doing. You can, of course, watch these shows on reruns anytime you want, obviously, as well. Thank you, one and all, for being here. It's great to have you. And let's see what's going on. What's going to happen today? We'll find out. Now, if you're a regular, you know this. If you're not a regular, you should know this about my channel. I don't buy and sell stock. I'm not a day trader. I don't have any. There's no quote machine behind me here. I'm not like in the corner down here, and all the quotes are up here. I'm not a trader. I'm a commentator. I'm an opinionator. I'm a regurgitator of advice. I'm a regurgitator of experience from 1979. I'm just telling you what I see is going on. I'm interpreting it as a 66-year-old about to turn 67. I'm no longer an active member of the investment community. I'm a kind of retired kind of a guy. And I'm just trying to tell you what I think is happening in plain English. And that's what I do. It's not fancy. It's not shiny. I don't have a whole bunch of toys that I dazzle you with. It's just me yapping away at reacting to this market. Have you noticed the Dow? We're up 82 points. Yeah, we're not going anywhere. Okay. This is fizzling out rather quickly. Crude oil down 321. We're giving all that back too. I'm just here to tell you in plain English what I think we are watching and what we're seeing. And if I can help you formulate your game plan and I can help explain what some people think is intricate detail of option writing, and in a way, I guess it is, I'm happy. I have classes that'll help you on how to become an option writer so that you could theoretically quit your day job and be self-employed. Not only self-employed, all you need is one of these, any kind of a device like this with a trading platform where you can write options. You can now, if you want to, it's up to you. You can stay at home. You can stay in your parents' basement. You can write contracts wherever you are, but you can also, if you wish, travel. And you can be anywhere on the planet maintaining your account. And if you're generating revenue from your options trades by writing options and buying them back for a lot less than you wrote them for, it doesn't matter if you're in Athens. It doesn't matter if you're in Paris. The question is how much are you spending every day to be in Paris versus how much money you're making? That's the secret here about, quote, traveling. Now, if you want to be in the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Paris, you better be ready to drop $1,000 a day. But if you want to do it in a youth hostel, or if you want to do it in a Airbnb, you want to do a bed and breakfast kind of place where it's less than $50 a day or $80 a day, if you can make more money than that, you're traveling, man. You can travel at your budget, at your pace, and you don't have to worry about being back to work next week. If you are in a position to write options and travel the world, you can look for airfare that says to you, well, if you fly out on Tuesday, it's half the price than on Sunday. And if you come back in 6 weeks, it's cheaper, or only go one way for now and figure out how to get home later because you don't know when you're coming home because you're traveling. Now you're a real traveler. You are traveling the world at your pace as you see fit, the way you want to, rather than, oh, I got to be back next week because my boss is going to be waiting for me. That's what we're trying to get you away from. Larry Titus, thank you for ringing the bells, buddy. We are open for trading. We're here. We're up. We're running. And we have begun to trade for another day. Welcome all of you to the show, the channel, the dream of self-employment and being your own boss and getting away from those terrible bosses, I tell you. Tiff is saying, Wing Commander, I wrote my HR department an email today that I want to renegotiate my salary. I'm waiting for an answer. Last raise was 2 years ago. Let's see if I have to visit LinkedIn soon or not. Interesting. What can I say? Wing Commander, I haven't thought about that time until Uncle Bruce started talking about the 80s yesterday, and then the memory started coming back. And Wing Commander to Tiff, I'm not complaining. We get annual raises and the bonus package is good. Good luck with those negotiations, says Wing Commander. Rock and roll. We are open. We are trading. Welcome all to the show here. Wing Commander. Then again, 7.9% might seem like a lot, but this is nothing. Uncle Bruce talks often about the 80s. I witnessed firsthand price growth of over 10,000% in a year. The year was 92, if anyone was wondering. What else is going on? Inflation in Germany, 7.9% on a month-over-month basis. My year-over-year raise was 4.75%. What is wrong with this picture? Yeah, exactly. What is wrong with this picture? Unbelievable. Bama Babe, Susie Q, many wonderful stocks and companies are down 75% since last year. Stocks were way oversold during COVID. Leverage down and fold your arms. Invest in cash-rich companies. There you go. Thank you all for popping in here and saying hi. A lot of you talk to each other while I rant away. Appreciate it. Sell my house fast, Upper Marlboro. Uncle Bruce, HBQ has earnings after the market today. I have a call that I wrote for 87 cents with a $33 strike that expires on Friday. This is against a poor man cover call. Should I buy that option back before the close? What do you think I should do? Well, let's see how the stock trades during the day here, kind of get a feel for this market. Are the shares going to have a down dip, an up dip? And right now they're up 23 cents. Too early to tell. There's been, the argument either way. We may have a nothing burger here on this stock. We've had reaction lower already in the last 3-6 months. I mean, look at 3 months ago, back in what was that, June 1st, we're at $40. Looking back at a 6-month chart, we were, like I say, the 30 range. We were in the very high 30s, low 40s 3 to 6 months ago. And now we're at 31. So, I mean, the stock is already, let's say, down from the highs 25% as it is, ballpark. Is there much downside? The stock is trading at 5.8 times earnings. Is it overvalued? Hardly. Can it pop? Yeah, but you know what? It could pop, which could have you do a rollover, worst case scenario. So what? On the other hand, it might pop up $1 and then give half of that back, before Friday is even up, and you're laughing on this contract no matter what. So right now, no rush to do anything at this point. Just sit tight and let's just see how the earnings come out. Let's see how the trades react as the day wears on here, and just see how the stock performed. Right now, we're up at the moment, up 14 cents right now. We're just up 14 cents on the day. Okay. So that's it. I don't know. What can I say? I don't know. What else is going on? Let's see here. I'm just looking here at a Twitter thing here about Squawk Box yesterday. Did someone leave Squawk Box yesterday? Someone walking away? What's going on? Anybody know anything about it? I'm not sure if there's anything on that or not. I could be reading into something that isn't there. Anybody knows? Let me know. All right, let's continue on. Where are we at? I'm dealing with travel plans right now, says Larry. I've settled on DC to New York City to Athens, Athens to Germany, multiple cities, Germany to Amsterdam, Amsterdam to Philly, and Philly back to DC. Now we're talking. Right on, Larry. This is cool. Beach Boy. Market Watch and Dow Jones cite a report by New Construct, a firm that shorts stocks, that calls Robinhood another zombie stock that could go to zero. Yeah, I believe it. The great USA, says Lame Duck. Sell my house. Thanks, Uncle B. You bet. Wing Commander. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to get in a different city in Germany. Nonstop flight was going to be around 5:50. That and getting early into the airport, I'm just going to drive. And then Richard, someone was shut down immediately when they mentioned short sellers. Says Richard, shut down. Tiff, Larry, if you end up in Southwest Germany and want to meet me, let me know. How about that? There are friends. You see, the funny thing about this channel, the neat thing, is that Jennifer and I have friends wherever you're located. We have friends we can catch up with. You have friends as well because of this channel, because you interact with each other already. So some of you, if you ever end up in Germany, there are viewers here from Germany. If you end up in London, there are viewers in London. You end up in New York, you end up in Denver, you end up in LA. There are friends. That's the amazing thing about this channel. As it goes forward, as this tight community continues to get to know each other, you have friends everywhere. So if you are ever going to be traveling and trading your options on the road, you might be catching up with some fellow viewers live together at a Starbucks somewhere. Who knows? Comparing notes in person, talking about me behind my back. We'll see. It's exciting. The Dow showing a 79-point gain. AMC is down a penny. Apes are down 3 cents. GameStop down 33 cents to 31.68. 31.25. I'm not sure what's going on. 31.25 on GameStop, down 30 cents, I think, is what I'm showing at the moment. We'll watch for that and keep an eye on this market. 31.14. Looks like we're at 31.14 on GameStop, down $1.30. And home prices 18.6 higher in top U.S. cities in June versus June 2021, says Case Schiller. I think that's backing off, I suspect. I read something also. Yeah, home prices rise more slowly, led by Seattle, San Francisco, and San Diego. That's right. And I thought I had read something about how there are also other slowdowns going on here on real estate. Home prices lost steam in June, says Barron's. The housing recession will continue and eventually flatten house prices, Goldman Sachs economists say. Let's see here. Let's go. Case Schiller 20-city home price index up 18.6% year on year, down from 20% the month prior. So we are backing up. Home buyers panicked by rising rates and prices are making critical mistakes when buying a house. More articles coming out. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on here. Interesting stuff. Anyway, we're up. I think we're up 78 points on the Dow. Maybe 81 now. We're up 8 on S&P and 54 NASDAQ. This is not a massive rally here. Oil down 313 at 93.88. GameStop at 31.15 now, down about 40 cents so far on the day. That's what I seem to be happening here. So I'm guessing that your options are dropping yet again, everybody, in value. As of course, this is Tuesday, not Monday, and the stock is under pressure here, so that's not helping the contracts out there. So there you are, option writers. It's all coming your direction. It is a most fascinating market right now. Thank you all for popping through here. We have 177 thumbs ups already in the tank. I want to thank you, everybody, for that. I can only say one thing to this wonderful number of thumbs ups and the fact that you guys are supporting this channel as you are. I can only pop up a few of these knee emojis as a thank you to say, knee, never mess with the Knights of Knee. Because if you do, you're on the wrong side of the markets. Thank you all. Richard Carlin, there you are. He's throwing the Knights of Knee up there. Larry's got him going. People are paying attention here. Whenever I throw the Knights of Knee emojis up, they show up out of nowhere. Everyone pops them up. Thank you, Tiff and Beach Boy. Thank you for the neat emojis as we are popping up. Olivia's in there. Spicy Android is in there. You can't stop these kids. They're out of control. It's the knee emojis are everywhere. Mirko, thank you. Just making sure you're all awake. You're awake. You're here. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Thank you all. DH Ruda's here. Alberto is here. The knee emojis rock on this channel. Abram Jimenez, AB, AJ, thanks, buddy. Bill is here. How you doing there, Bill? Great stuff. Thank you, Lame Duck. That's an interesting comment. Thank you, one and all, for popping up these neat emojis. Great to have you all here today. Bama Babe, there they are with a little in the middle of it. Beautiful. Options Nomads, they're here. You can't stop these option writers. They're all here. Mallow, I'm here. I'm here, baby, getting ready to write options and make my money. 31.02 on the GameStop. Looks like we might break 31 here. Yeah, 30.91 already. We've done it. Mallow is here. Bill, let's go, baby. Yes, indeed. Thank you, one and all, for popping through here. Sell my house fast enough from Marlboro. There they are. A ton of knee emojis. Karen D. The neat emojis are popping up on the screen here. You can't stop this. It's out of control. The markets will capitulate and do as we ask, as we demand. And there you go. Down 52 on GameStop at 31.03. Rock and roll, all kinds of fun. A 70-point gain on the Dow. Yeah, so whatever. Not a lot to get excited about there. So options to be written and to be bought back a little later for a whole lot less money. I gotta love this game. This is fun stuff. Thank you, everybody. Make a ton of money out there. Get rich and then throw some tips. Beautiful stuff. People ask me, what do you do? What do you do? Oh, I'm a YouTube creator. What? You have a YouTube channel? No, I have two of them. What? You have two YouTube channels? How many subscribers do you have? Well, I got 85,000 on my stock market channel. What? You have 85,000 subscribers? Oh my God, that's unbelievable. Yeah, I get that all the time. So much fun. It's so much fun. Where are we at here? We're up 2 cents on Rocket Lab, 5 on SoFi, GameStop down 41. AMC Commons are down a dime. Apes are down 22, so they're off 32 cents combined. Matterport is up 7.5 cents. 23andMe is down a half a penny. Spire up 3 cents. ATIP up a penny. SmartRent down a penny, I guess. Cyxtera down 4 cents. Apple up 32, Goldman up 71, Cisco up 3, Tesla up down 56, ARC Innovations down 34 cents, Microsoft up 56, Bed Bath Beyond at 14.17 up 82, Centenos, Pfizer down 16, HPQ is up only 7 at 31.60, Carvana down 17 cents, make it 28 now on Carvana, Twitter down 31 cents, Alphabet, Google down a nickel, Amazon up 73 cents. There's where we're at. That's what we see right here, right now on this market. 30.94 on GameStop. We're approaching the low of the day. Again, we've hit it. 30.76 has been hit. 30.88, I show we're off 67 cents. Dropping on GameStop here again into the 30s now. I think 30 is in jeopardy. I think we're going to go under it. 430,000 traded today. Not a lot as we are getting selling coming in. Hawkeye, my condolences, Lame Duck. I just read about home insurance in Florida. It's frightening. Andrew, I read a book about insurance in Florida yesterday. I read about insurance yesterday. I can't believe what they're doing is legal. I suspect the prices are surging on insurance. Yep, the great USA that gives me shitty insurance after 40 years of working. There you go. What can I say? Moving on. Thank you all for being here. Gowdy, Andrew, I can't believe a lot of things in this country are allowed. Laughing out loud. It's wacky. I hear that it rents The average rent of a 2-bedroom apartment in New York is up 40% this year. 40% this year. Andrew Touche. A lot of folks are moving to Staten Island where the rents are up 5%. A lot of folks are basically not going to work in Manhattan anymore because they're priced out of the market. They're priced out of anywhere nearby to get to Manhattan. They're just not going to bother. And of course, how many folks are working from home? That's happening too. By the way, 30.56 on GameStop, new low. We're down 99 cents. 30.43 now. We're down $1.12 on GameStop. So your options are definitely backing off, everybody. 30.43, the low of the day right now, down $1.12 on GameStop shares. And so there's selling coming in. The Dow's down 9. We've got negative prints coming in here now. 30.45, 30.43 on GameStop. AMC is off 45 cents now combined. SoFi holding a nickel. We're at Matterport up 8. ATIP is up 1 penny. Rocket Lab is up a penny. Smart Rent unchanged. Spire up 3 cents. So not a lot happening there, but we are negative on GameStop. 30.42 has been the low trade here of the day. 30.42, 30.39 actually has been the low trade on GameStop so far today. So there's definite selling going on right now. Hi all from Lorraine. Michael, you can't rent a closet in Upper East Side for less than $8,000 a month. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I can see where people are saying to their employer, I love you. I love the company. I love my coworkers, but I'm available on a retainer basis from my living room. I'm in New Jersey. I'm in Connecticut. I'm in Vermont. I'm in wherever, but I'm not there because I'm not working for a landlord. I'm working for myself, and I want to have a life. I want to have the ability to go for a cup of coffee, a movie, a restaurant on a Friday night. I am not interested in working 3/4 of the month to make rent and then 1/4 of the month to make taxes. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm just not there. So things are shifting big time. Employers are up against it for employees down there. Flint Creek Soap Company is in the house. Neat emojis everywhere. Thank you, Flint Creek, for being here. Great to have you. Good to see you guys. 30.55.59 to GameStop right now. 30.50 on GameStop. So we're just bouncing around this 30.40, 30.60 range near the low of the day here on GameStop. Down $1.05 at the moment. The Dow is up 30 points. S&P is not even up a point, barely 1/5 of a point. We're not doing anything there. And NASDAQ is up only 21. So we are coming in with selling. This rally is not a rally. There is no rally yet. We've lost 1,180 points in 2 sessions, Friday and Monday, and we're up 35 right now. So we're not getting a bounce back of any kind at this moment. Cheers to all of you around the world for joining me. Thank you for being sponsor members of this channel, members. Thank you for being subscribers. Thank you for being lurkers. Appreciate all of you who are here. Thank you for the thumbs ups today. Are we at 200 yet? How are we doing on the thumbs up meter? 195. If you hit that thumbs up button for me, tell me what number you are, everybody. Appreciate this. I'm going to encourage these thumbs ups here if I can. See if I can get some knee emojis going. Maybe this will get some more people to hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Hit me to 200 right now. Let's go well beyond 200. Here come the knee emojis. Neat, 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 neat. There we go. 199. There we are. Look at this. Ha ha. We're there. 201 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for getting us over. The knee emoji attack works each and every time. Thank you, guys. 205 thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. 275 people watching. 205 thumbs ups. That's what we call a pretty high ratio for YouTube to chew on. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Love it. Look at the Dow. Half a point. We're only up a half a point. Down 5 on S&P. We're only up 7 on NASDAQ. We're going red. Oil down 380. We're going down. We're coming back. GameStop 30.67. Hardly a good day there. 30.62. Negative moves on the GameStop here again today. I think we're going to break 30. I really do. I'm not bragging about it. I'm just saying I think it's a fact. We're going to break it. I'm noticing that the 3150 contracts on GameStop that died this Friday, they're now on my machine showing a 110 bid. They were 130 yesterday, wasn't it? They were higher than that at one point, but right now, 110 bid. The 32s are 86 cents bid. The 3250s are 75. So, I mean, we are coming down here on contracts for GameStop for this Friday. $36 contracts for next week are now sitting at 91 bid. Oh, we're backing off here. The 35s are 120 bid. The 34s are 139 bid. Down we go. Lower and lower on these markets. These options are giving up premium and giving up value because, of course, the stock at 30.40 right now, 30.40, approaching the low of the day on GameStop right now. 30.40 to 44 low of the day, 30.36, and we're backing up. Britons are borrowing on credit cards at the fastest pace in 17 years as inflation bites in the UK. I can imagine there are people pulling cash advances or they're using their credit cards to pay their utility bills in the UK. That's how bad it is over there. Larry, I'm throwing you thumbs ups, buddy. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it. Pat, thank you, Pat, for the knee emojis. Same with John Gill. Thank you guys for everything. You guys are awesome. It's great to have you all here. We are down here 2 points. Make it 5 now on the Dow, 2 on S&P, and we're only up 19 on NASDAQ. Down 366 on oil. We've given up all the gains from yesterday on oil, interestingly enough. Coyote, every piece of data and news I hear all sounds are a ticking time bomb to me. Alberto, dip, baby, dip. There you go. There it is. 30.51, 30.55. Not having a great day on GameStop. We are backing off. The Dow is now negative 15 points and falling. Mirko says, I wrote 31s yesterday on GameStop for this Friday and next Friday. Already got a profit on these. Nice profit on these, on all of them. Beautiful, Mirko. Beautiful job. 30.53, they're out of the money. The 31.50s out of the money. We're down to 3 and a bit of days left. They die on Friday, next Friday. Oh, my. Zed Estate, Bruce, I am 213 on your thumbs up meter. Thank you, everybody. Let's go for 250 thumbs ups. Let's make it happen. Alberto, Mirko, get that dinero, buddy. Make that dough. 30.43. We are 7 cents away from the low. We're right at that low of the day range here, down 112 right now. Stock is coming in. 33-point drop on the Dow. We're dropping further. S&P is down 7. NASDAQ is almost in the red. It's up 1.8 points. That's it. 1.8 on NASDAQ. We're about to go red over there as this market's backing off. 30.42 now on GameStop. We are 6 cents from the low of the day on GameStop. We might drop another 10 or 20 cents lower. The way this is progressing. Most fascinating markets. They just have no support right now. We're getting tiny little rallies, attempted little rally. Then we're going lower. A little rally, lower. Money is exiting the stocks at the moment for the bond market. Alberto, hey, where's the lurker that stated GameStop to the moon, ya dummy, in the voice of Sanford and Son? Well, look, GameStop, we know, can jump anytime, anyway. We're happy to deal with it. It wants to go up. We do rollovers. wants to go down, we buy back contracts and write more. You just show me direction you want to go. I'll go with you. Not going to fight GameStop. We're just going to go with it. We'll just let it make us money. That's the game that option writers are playing here. Coyote, Alberto, which one? I've only heard that 10,985 times this year alone. Which one were you talking about? 30, 34, 30, 31 on GameStop. These are new lows right now. Lows of the day have just been set again on GameStop. 30, 31, a new low of the day. There's no support here. We're going to challenge the $30 level. I think we're going to break it. I think we're going to go through. Coyote, 30, 31. A bid has been hit. GameStop to the moon, says Olivia. Alberto's laughing. JG, hey, all thoughts on CFVI SPAC merging with Rumble? A lot of hype. ATM, not sure if calls or puts are moved based on previous SPAC moves. JG, I have no opinion on this thing. I don't know anything about it, and I won't look into it at the moment. Mama Babe, Alberto, I believe GameStop is only going to show gains based on its performance moving forward. There you go. 30.53, 30.49. The low of the day, 30.31. As options prices drop, the stock keeps dropping. Bama Babe, I agree, says Alberto. Let's see how this all plays out as these contracts continue to slip with the stock. Those 31.50s, oh my, they're no longer 110 bid. They got an 88 cent bid. That's it. 31s are 88, 31.50s, 88 cent bid. 32.50s, 62 cent bid. Next week, contracts on GameStop, the 31s are 228 bid. That's down again. 31.50s for next week, 209 bid. We're down over 40 cents already on the day on these contracts. 33s are 159 bid, down 30 odd cents from yesterday. $35 contracts, 110 bid. We're down 20 plus cents here. The 36 is 89 cents bid on next week's contracts for GameStop. They were backing up. 30.40 here on the stock. We're approaching the low of the day again for another lower quote. 28-point drop on the Dow, down 7 on S&P. We're down 9 on NASDAQ. We're down on all three. Karen, my HPQ and GameStop cover calls are dropping nicely. How about that? HPQ right now, I'm showing it at 31.40. HPQ, 31.40 to 48. We're down 6 to 10 cents here. Apple gone negative too. It's now down a nickel at 161.33. We've gone red on Apple. So there's a sign too. The big one is backing off. Tiff, I might buy GameStop for the sole purpose of writing covered calls when we're below 25 again. Coyote, it'll go up. Yeah, no one's arguing it won't. Coyote, I hope it does. These premiums down here are depressing compared to last month. Right now, 30.34. We're approaching the low here. Did we just set a new low? Still 30.31 is the low of the day, and we're 4 cents away from it yet again. Down $1.20 on GameStop. We're backing up. We're down 19 on the Dow. We're down 6 on S&P. NASDAQ down 6. Oil down $4.07. Oil getting hit today. 92.94 getting hit. GameStop 30.26. New low of the day. Right now, another new low trade on GameStop. 30.25 has been registered. A nice round trade number there. We're heading for 30 and maybe less on GameStop. GameStop to the moon, but not today, says Wing Commander. 30.32 with a 30.25 last low trade of the day now. 30.28 I'm showing. 30.23, another new low. We've broken again another low of the day on GameStop. 30.23 is a low of the day now on GameStop, showing $1.20, $1.30 loss, somewhere in that range. These contracts are backing off, getting it kind of exciting, isn't it? Entered a 57-cent offer to buy back my September 2nd GameStop 31.50s. Is that too high, Uncle Bruce? Am I being too generous, offering to pay 57 cents for a contract that is $1.08 out of the money right now that dies this Friday. There's the question. Well, 57 cents is a nice little profit for you from having written. The question is, will we continue to back off? I mean, the Dow's only off like 18 points. We don't have a serious sell-off on the big market yet. Are we going to get one here? Down on 900,000 volume on GameStop, also very light, 225,000 pre-split volume. Whew. Talking quiet here. Look, 57-cent bid is a stink bid. And is there something wrong with that? Nope. Do you want to consider a lower bid? Maybe. 73 bid right now. I show on my 10-minute delay. 73-cent bid, down to 84 last trade, down 46 cents today on these 3150s. They are getting crushed. The 32s are 61 bid. The 3250s are 50-cent bid. 33s are 41 bid. Oh, man, this is backing off. Look, if you get them at 57, if you buy them back, you cross your arms, and if the stock pops a buck and the contracts get back up to 80, 85, 90, you might write them again and then buy them lower. You can play that game too, or write for next Friday. All kinds of opportunities here, but right now you're in the neighborhood. You're 16 cents away from getting hit at a 73-cent bid, according to my computer. Very good. Wing Commander, Jolts 11.2 versus 1047 million forecast. I don't know what that means. Lame Duck, I buy back at 65% profit and I take the money. That's what Lame Duck does. Takes the monies. We're down 11 on the Dow, 30.41 on GameStop as we're coming in again on a little more of a wave. The Dow off 24, 25 points, S&P down 5, NASDAQ down 1.2. Well, we'll see what happens here. I'll tell you, the Dow down 31. I'll tell you. 30.32 on GameStop. We're coming in again. Another sell wave is coming in again. Lame Duck, I buy him back and I write again. Mirko Beach Boy, I'm trying to buy back my 31s for this Friday at a cheaper price. 30.26 on GameStop. We're coming in on the low yet again. The low of the day, 30.23, has been registered. We're at 30.32, 30.26 range. A wave of selling is coming in again. U.S. job openings rise to 11.2 million in July, up from 11 million the prior month. Employment everywhere. Employees are still in charge. Good stuff. 30.32 with a low of 30.23 on GameStop. Bill, almost everything is perfectly flat. Beach Boy, I wrote him for 114, so if I buy him at 57, half my dough, right there, easy money. You gotta love this. 30.32 last trade, 9 cents away. 37 cents away from a new low on GameStop, which means those contracts will keep dropping in price. There will be no support as they back off. 30.28 just registered. We're a nickel away from the low of the day of 30.28. 31.50, 75-cent bid, and that might be suspect. That might not even hold. 32s are 63 bid. 32.50s are 48 bid. So we see where this is headed here. 30.28 on the stock, and the contract dies Friday. So yes, it's going Beach Boys' way. It's going Mirko's way. It's going Wing Commander's way. It's going everybody's way. Everyone who's written GameStop contracts, they're watching their contract values shrink out, and that means they're putting in stink bids to welcome them back to the account. Welcome back. I think I'll keep the change. Thank you very much. Beautiful. 30.30, 7 cents away from the low of the day on GameStop. The Dow just took a dump. We're down 100 points on the Dow right now. We just took a shot lower. We're down 17 on S&P, down 38 on NASDAQ. Zzz, went the market. 30.25 on GameStop. Zzz, we're going lower right here. 30.24. That's a penny away from the low of the day as we are coming in on another wave of selling here. This market down 113 on the Dow. 30.23. That is the low of the day right now being set again. I think we're going to break $30. I think we're going to go under 30, and that could bring contracts down even further. Joel's number of job vacancies, people are walking away. That's what that means. Tiff, if you are in IT and are looking for a new job, you just let me know. And Nazareth, my spider puts are looking good. 30, 33. We'll see how low this market goes. The Dow down 114. The low of the day, 30.22. We just set that a minute ago. Another new low trade for GameStop, 30.22. Coming down to $30. It'll be interesting to see if it breaks it, cracks it, goes through it. Stock keeps coming up for sale as people are bailing out bit by bit. Tiff, Wing Commander Saga will do via Discord. Thank you. Nick, Uncle Bruce, if housing is stopping as interest rates rising, that means no new home construction, right? Certainly slower. And we know that at Toll Brothers, they're way down in production right now. Nick, that is why I'm operating up a short on Toll Brothers. I'm short. 30.22 right now. GameStop, new low. It's just being set. 30.19. Here it is. We're at a new low trade right now on GameStop. 30.16, another low. Here comes those contracts. They're going to back off. 30.16, 30.18 on GameStop, down 137 a share. The Dow off 138. S&P down 23. NASDAQ down 58. We're going red again on the stock. We got markets going red. We got oil down 412. 92.89 and GameStop 30.16. This is the low of the day right now. Here it is. We're going to hit that 30 mark the way it looks like to me. I think we could be hitting 30. Those 31.50s that expire this Friday are 75 bid, and I don't think that's a real bid. I think it's less than that. I think we're going lower. Beach Boy might well get in there. He might be able to get his contracts at 57 if he's lower to 51, even smarter, even better. Coyote, come to me. GameStop through fire and flames. Beach Boy, I'm down to 51 now. Good move. Nick, I shorted TOL. My average is 45.77 right now is where he's at on that one. 30.28, 30.30, 30.26 on GameStop. Very, very interesting market. TOL, how you doing? How's those TOLs looking right now? Toll Brothers. TOL, there they are, 45.38 is where they're at right now, and Nick is short at 45.77. So he is making money. He's making money. 35.38, right on there, Nick. Make a pile of dough. Beautiful stuff, buddy. 30.32, 30.33 on GameStop. Dead cat bounces. Are we going to break into the 30 level at 29 something? It's very possible. We're down 134 on the Dow. We're going down. Beach Boy, go ready. Now you have a gun. Ho, ho, ho. That's right. GameStop is trading down in the low 30s. Ho, ho, ho. Nick, I'm up 1,050 on this trade. Way to go, pal. Coyote Beach Boy. Yeah, baby. Yes, indeed. I keep that ting on me. We're down 124 on the Dow. GameStop 30.15 new low right now on the day. We just hit another new low trade. 30.15 round number. They're going to take it out and hit for 30. They're going down. It's going under 30. I feel it. I feel it coming. Oh, my. We're slipping. We're going to be a slipping here. Those contracts, those 31.50s are going to be down into the 50-cent range the way this is going. Oh, my. We are backing off. The Dow off again, 134. Another pullback on the Dow Jones. Oh, man. 30.15, again, the low of the day being set right now on GameStop. 30.12, another no low trade. Here we go. We're coming into 30. Will it break through 30? What kind of support level is there? How much of a round number is that thing going to hold? 30.12, 30.13 right now. So much fun. Contracts are backing off. Those 31.50s are $1.37 out of the money. They die in 3 days. Oh, my. Down 142 on the Dow right now. 30.15 GameStop, 3013 on GameStop. We are touching the low of the day right now. Right now, 3011 has been the low trade on GameStop. 3011 now is the new low of the day. We are going for $30 or less at this pace. That seems to be what it wants to do. It's backing up. 3014 right here, coming into the low or lower of the day. Amazing. Ooh, 150 on the Dow. We're down 150, 22 on S&P, 57 on NASDAQ. We're off about a half a point across the board right now on this market. All righty. 3016, 3015, 3011 has been the low print so far. I think we're going lower. Coyote, SoFi sub 6 hurts my heart sitting here. 596. That's what you buy when you make your money on options. Keep picking that up. Nick, I am shorting ENPHN Snow, SNOW. Right on, Nick. Nick is jumping in here. We're down 169 on the Dow now. We're down again. Another lower indicator on these big markets. NASDAQ down about 70 now, 0.58 of a percentage point. S&P down 0.62. We're falling. We're falling on all the markets right now. They're all backing off. 3018 on GameStop. See if it has any dead cat tendencies, or is it just going to keep going? Wouldn't surprise me if it has a little jump and then down again. We'll watch for this. Wow. SPY at 400. Let's see if it holds, says Nazar. Welcome one, welcome all. Is this the S&P index 4,005? The S&P 500 is at 4,005.97, down 24. The Dow off 168. Pressure on the S&P to break 4,000. And GameStop 3047, trying a little dead cat bounce here. Don't know if it's going to work. TIFF sub 6 on SoFi. It's just madness. But the buying dried out. Volume isn't what it was last week. There it is. That's what's going on. 3050 on GameStop, 3048, 3047. SoFi right now, 597 down 3. ME 314 down 2.5. Matterport up 9 to 459. ATIP 92 up a penny. Rocket Lab down a nickel. Smart Rent unchanged. Spire up a half a penny. Xterra down 5 cents. Pfizer up 3. Pardon me. Boeing, let's see if I can get this one. Boeing is down 76 cents. Apple down $1.07. HPQ down 3 to 31.50. Cisco down 32. Twitter down 55. Home Depot down $1. Robinhood up a nickel. Vanik down 155. IBM down 14 cents. Microsoft down 139. Goldman down $1. Google down 27. Amazon down 47. Meta down 87. Royal Caribbean down 24. Costco down 180. Walmart up 30. Nvidia down 160. American Airlines down 20. Moderna down 194 to 135. The Dow down 159 right now. At the moment, GameStop at 30.52, down $1.03. This dead cat might be over here. A SoFi down 3 to 597 right now. Very interesting markets. Okay, 149 drop on the Dow, 30.45 now on GameStop, $30.45. Market is a wee bit spooked as of late. Breaks my heart, Wing Commander, that I might be right with GameStop going to 28. Deuce Caboose, SoFi officially trading at book value. Zed Estate sold 4 GameStop puts with a strike of $29.50. This expires on Friday. I received 75 cents. This is easy income. Crossing my fingers. If this stays above $29.50, he keeps the 75 cents and enjoys that $300. 30.51 is where we're at. 30.40 to 30.51 seems to be the range right now for GameStop. That's what's going on at the moment. Those 3150s are $1 out of the money, and they slowly will keep losing value. 153, 154 is the down dip on the Dow right now, as we are watching this market stay below, stay down on the day. 160 now, we're dropping again. We're backing off 30-40 on GameStop. We're backing off again on GameStop, 30-40. Coyote Deuce Caboose, SoFi stock overreacts to everything on the downside, it seems. 596 right now on SoFi. 30-35 on GameStop. 30-35 again. It's backing up another run. We're down 175 on the Dow. We're backing off again on the Dow. We're down 0.54 of a percentage point. Deuce Caboose, Coyote not looking great. Short interest has dropped as well, and it still wants to go down at the moment. Down 174, 175 on the Dow. 30.47 on GameStop. 30.37 on GameStop. Just lost a dime. Just like that. Down 118 on GameStop at the moment. 30.11 is the low trade of the morning. Pushing this $30 price around. Are we going to break $30 a share on GameStop and go under 30? That is the speculation. That is the wonderment. We're watching this closely. Can it hold the $30 level, or will it break under 30 for a bit? Contracts are trading like crazy on GameStop, I am sure. Tiff is saying to Coyote, someone might get the impression that the majority of investors are trading on emotion. Oh, indeed they are. I'm sure they are. ME unchanged. SoFi down 3. 597. Matterport up 13 to 463. We got GameStop at 30.38. The Dow off 168 right now. Okay. Job openings climb to 11.2 million. That is a strong labor market, very strong for the economy and the market. But I can imagine that the reality for these employers are the reason there's so many openings is they're not offering enough money. They're trying to undercut the inflation game. And I think employees are going, I'm not joining your company for what you're offering. No thanks, man. With inflation where it is right now, I'm not interested in taking a pay cut. I don't want a 5% raise. I don't want a 7% raise. My inflation is 10, 12% in reality. My rent just went up $500 a month. I am not interested in getting a $400 a month raise. A $400 a month raise gives me $300 a month net. My rent just went up $500 after tax. I'm looking somewhere else. That's probably what's going on out there. A lot of it. 152 drop on the Dow, 30.31 on GameStop, 20 cents away from the low of the day again. Deuce Caboose. Michael, I think Emmy is making a drug announcement today. Michael, either today or tomorrow. 320 on the stock, up 4 cents. That would be fine with me. We're up 15 on Matterport at 465. SoFi 597 holding. Coyote, Uncle Bruce, let's say you have 100 shares of GameStop, okay? You write a covered call. The stock runs. Your call is $5 in the money, all right? You sell your 100 shares for a profit, but you're still short the call. Could you roll the call up until it's out of the money? You cannot sell the shares if your calls are written against them. If you've written a call against your stock, you can't sell your stock. You have to hold your stock. The only way you can sell your shares is if you buy back your calls. So if you buy back the call, unfortunately, it's gone up. But the good news is the stock has gone up. Now, the question is, did the shares go up $7 and the call go up $4? You're 300 ahead by doing this move. On the other hand, you buy back your call for whatever it's trading at, and you write another call a month down the road, same exercise price or a higher exercise price. Because of the added time, you might be able to lift the exercise price by $1 or $2 or $3 a share and swap the call for the same amount of money that you just bought one back for. Now you've lifted your exercise price, your stock is higher, you're richer in your account, and if the shares stay at this level or begin a slow backing off, those calls you rolled up to are now at the money very quickly, and the premium will shrink down, which of course is money in your pocket when you get ready to buy them back. Cody, I know this is writing naked, but I was just curious. Tiff, Deuce Kabuski, would be awesome if there's any news about this or just a gut feeling what's going on. GameStop 3019, we're dropping again. Deuce, Tiff, running joke, we say it every day. One day we'll get it right. Deuce, Tiff, the timeline on drug development suggests they should have news soon. Michael, yeah, sorry, Tiff, just messing around. And Tiff, well, you got me there. Okay. What else? 3024 on GameStop. The low of the day, 3011. We're giving up this little pop we just had here. And let's see what else is going on. We're down 153, 140, 150 on the Dow. We're at 3024 on GameStop, down $1.32. S&P down 23, NASDAQ down 68, oil down 461 to 92.40. Oil is taking a hit today. All righty. Tiff, no worries. I might just join you next time. All right. 30.32 on your GameStop. SoFi at 597, no changes, still down 3 cents. ME 319 up 2.5 cents. Matterport is up 12.5 cents to 462.5. ATIP up a penny to 92 cents. Rocket Lab down 7. SmartRent up 1.5. Spire unchanged. Cyxtera down 4. That's what we're watching on some of our former SPACs here. A 154 drop on the Dow, and GameStop is at 30.28, 17 cents away from the low of the day. Hanging around the low. The high was 31.87. That's $1.60 ago, and it doesn't look like we're going there right now. Doesn't look like it all. Lame duck. Mr. Bruce, I talked to you earlier about we're a small part of the writers. Where are the other writers coming from? Most option writers are institutional traders. So we'll start with a lot of options are written by pension funds and mutual funds, ETFs. Those are exchange traded funds. Then we have a ton of options being written all the time by hedge funds. Hedge funds that will be long stock, or they are long in the money calls and they're writing short-term out of the money calls against them as protection, as insurance, as added premium, added income. We have hedge funds out there that are long-termers. They'll sit on 100,000 Apple stock, and then they'll write 1,000 contracts against those shares or more. At the money, out of the money. They might write 100 that expire this Friday, 100 next Friday, 100 for the Friday after that. They're all over the place. There are thousands of institutional traders writing options. This is why this business, this option market, is huge. Trillions of dollars are represented in the options market constantly. And you're a part of it. You're a part of the options market in your own way. Gamblers out there are institutionals, traders. I mean, who buys these contracts? How many gazillions exist, and how many players are there? Millions. Millions of buyers that buy options and flip them all the time. Some are very professional pro traders. Others are rank amateurs, desperate for a big payoff, and you're just taking advantage of these premiums. Coyote Bed Bath Beyond is down below 13. Makes me think GameStop will follow it some more. Sell my house fast up in Marlboro. Meanwhile, Moderna is suing Pfizer over stolen secrets about the COVID vaccine that the American people paid for. Coyote, lame duck, big money. Merco, lame duck funds, institutional funds and institutional investors just broke through book value on SoFi. Watch out below 594 on SoFi, down 6. GameStop now 30.17. We're approaching the low of the day here of 30.11. 30.11 is the low. 30.17 to 21 is where we seem to be at right now. More stock coming up for sale on GameStop. The Dow off 150 to 170 right now is what we're doing there. Boy, oh boy. Coyote, sell my house fast. Unreal market, just unreal on many levels. 30.22 on GameStop. Baidu stock is tumbling. An earnings beat can't offset falling revenue. There you go. That's what we're seeing. We're also seeing a lot of corporations reporting higher sales, lower profits because of lower margins. They are selling higher priced stuff. They've raised their prices, but the costs have risen higher than what they've raised their prices at, and their margins are shrinking. Bad news. Not good for a number of companies out there. We're probably going to see more of that kind of stuff. Just sold. Spicy. I just sold my calls. I made 200 on GameStop. Should I sell right away or wait for a bump? Okay. You probably just bought back your calls and now you're thinking of writing new calls. I think that's what you're trying to tell us if I read in between the lines here. And just keep an eye on that market. Decide when the right time is to do what you're doing. 30.27 on GameStop, 30.25 now on GameStop, 30.24 on GameStop. Stocks coming in. Yes, Spicy says, you're right. I bought them back, and I'm thinking about selling new ones. You made money, and now you're getting ready to go again. Exactly. Keep an eye on the market. Time it. Be patient. Don't be in a hurry. Be patient. Make it work for you. 145-point drop on the Dow. Coming up to this 2-hour mark for my show, everybody. Welcome, all of you, and thank you for being here. GameStop 30.25 right here. We're down a nickel on SoFi. Lame duck. When I tell people on what we do, I tell them we do what the pension funds and the hedge funds do. Just making sure I was telling them right. Thank you. There it is. That's all there is to it. I do what the pension funds are doing and the hedge funds are doing. Institutional investors selling insurance against stock by writing options and buying them back for a lot less money than I sell them for. That's what I do for a living. That's how I pay my bills. I let gamblers gamble on my shares, and they pay me a lot of money to do that. And I let them pay me a lot of money to do that. And I do it again and again and again. It's easy. I love doing this. They take all the risk. 30.25, 30.26 on GameStop. The Dow off 158 again. Pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks. Oh my gosh. And there's an apple crisp oat milk macchiato too. Oh my gosh. That's got to be low-cal, right? That's got to be, right? You drink those drinks at Starbucks, you get thinner, right? Right? Those are diet drinks, aren't they? I thought so. Oh, man. Oh, unreal. 30.32, 30.29 on GameStop. 154-point drop on the Dow. 5 cent drop on SoFi today. That's what's going on. So much fun, everybody. Welcome all to the show, to the action, to the option writing game. Nice to have you here. Congratulations, all of you, for taking money off the table from these gamblers. They just keep giving it to you. You can't not take the money. You got to just keep taking it. These 3150s are now 68 cents bit. 3150s are 68 to 86. Last at 68, down 62 cents. You got to love how these markets are backing off. Option players are just watching money come at them like crazy. It's good stuff. Keep up the good work, everybody. I'm going to be on again today at 3 o'clock Eastern time for the final hour of this program of the day's trading. So I'd love to have you join me today at 3, and we'll keep an eye on how these options trade and the stocks trade in the meantime. Wouldn't surprise me if we go lower. It really wouldn't, although the Dow seems to be kind of hanging around this 150 level for a loss. But I don't know if we're going to hold it. And GameStop at 30.26, 30.24, 30.11 is a low. I think we're going to break through 30 today. I just sense it coming, and I sense that those 31.50s are going to be in the 50-cent range or even less. It's possible. Because if we get a $1 drop on the market, we go to 29.20 quick and then come back to 30, we could already have the damage done on those contracts. They might just dip down and then come back up. A whole bunch of stink bids will be hit out there. Wouldn't that be fun? We'll keep an eye on all that for you. 30.18 on GameStop, 7 cents away from the low of the day again. Here we are again, everyone. Beautiful stuff. Sell my house up in Marlboro. Gowdy, the U.S. government should revoke their patents and spread that $15 billion profit from those vaccines back to the American people. How about that? There you go. Commentary on that. 30.19 on GameStop. 30.16 right now. 5 cents from the low of the day. GameStop right now, 30.16 is approaching the low of the day yet again. Here we go. 30.11, 30.08, new low right here. Just been set 30.08. We got up to 30.50 and backed right off to 30.08 again. Here it is. $30.08. New low trades on GameStop. Those contracts are backing off. I am sure of it. They are backing off. 30.07 is another new low trade of the day with a Dow down 225. Look at the Dow. We are taking another shot lower. Yep, this is what's going on. We're going lower. 239 on the Dow, down 247 on the Dow. We're backing off yet again on the Dow. 30.07 on GameStop, making those 31.50 contracts cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. 248-point drop, 251-point expected drop on the Dow now. 39-point drop on S&P. We're under 4,000 on the S&P now. Interesting stuff. We're down 125 on NASDAQ now. 1 full percentage point on NASDAQ. Another drop today. GameStop 30.21, a desperate pop back after hitting 30.07. It's not going to work. It's going to back off again. Nazareth SPY 398 broke 400. Yep, Bama, it is smile time. My options are dropping. I'm going to buy them back for cheap, cheap, cheap. Here we go, cashing in on potential 30.05 on GameStop. That's a new low right now, $1.50 lower. Just went straight down to 30.05, a new low on the day. Those of you trying to buy back your calls out there, you've got to be witnessing even further pullbacks on the trades. 30.05 is the low trade of the day on GameStop, with the Dow off 250. Off now 260. We're backing up quick. We're going to hit $30. I think so. We're approaching this $30 bid range with a 30.05 low trade. We're going to hit it, hit the 4s, hit the 30.03s, hit the 30.02s, the 30.01s, and then the 30s. So we'll see what kind of support level $30 has for GameStop. 30.06 now, coming in right as we speak. John Anderson, thank you, everybody. You got it, John. Thank you for being here as always, buddy. 285 on the Dow, down dip now. We're approaching a 300-point drop on the Dow here. 290 on the Dow. 30.02 on GameStop. 30.02, new low, just set. Here we go. We're coming in with stock on GameStop right now. It's getting crushed, says Coyote on the S&P. Coyote, 30.03, yes, sir. 30.04, 30.02 on GameStop. Here comes stock, hitting for 30, heading for 30 and below. I think so. Let's see, Tiff. Where is this guy who claimed that BBBY would moon today? We're down 5.6%. 30.03 on GameStop. The low trade, 30.02. is where we have hit the low already on the day on GameStop. That's got to mean those calls, those 3150s have got to be coming down. They've got to be coming down. Absolutely. We are running into paper here, down 294 on the Dow Jones. We're going to be down 300 plus here the way this is going. NASDAQ down 150. We're down 1.2%. S&P at 3985, down 45 points, 1.1%. The Dow down 284.85. A 29.98 on GameStop. That 30 bid was eviscerated. It's gone. 29.93. Just dropped another dime here. 29.93. 29.87 is the low trade of the day now. Right now, W. Walters, I sold, and it's now at 305. Should I buy this back, or what should I do? You're only $1.49 in the money, 146 in the money. You can put in a stink bid at 266 maybe and see if you get lucky on another little pullback. 29.98 right now. We're running into paper here. Says Coyote. What a wild morning. What can I tell you? 29.98. Your contracts are all backing off, kids. Put in some stink bids, and I mean under the market, and see if you get lucky. Maybe we'll reach 29.25 today for a trade. That's another 75-cent drop. That'll drop contracts dramatically out there. You never know. 30.04, 29.96. We're everywhere now. We're just all over the place. What a wild morning is right. Way to go, option writers. Way to go, option writers. Down 285 on the Dow, getting ready for another shot at 300 on the down dip, I think. Tiff, Deuce Caboose. Yesterday I bought 100 SoFi 605. Today we're below book value. Is your course contagious? What's the deal here? 590 on SoFi. 590 now on SoFi. 589. Just seeing that trade. $30 even. 29.97 on GameStop. Right in that 30, 29.97 range. The low of the day, 29.87. 29.87 is a low trade of the day on GameStop, and we're pushing around that number again. 293 drop on the Dow. We're going for 300 plus points with 180 drop yesterday and 1,000 the day before. We're pushing 1,500 points of droppage on the Dow in 3 sessions. Lowered again, says Beach Boy. I'm now buying it at 46 cents. I'm offering 46 because it's 29.98. We're $1.59 out of the money. 29.91. We're $1.59 out of the money. Why should I pay more than 46 cents for these contracts? I'm down here. You're getting less money the longer you wait, folks. 29.94. Down we go. 29.92. We're dropping again. 29.92. We're only 5 cents away from a low of the day here. Beach Boy is backing off his buybacks on his contracts, and why not? Sell them for 114. Now prepare to pay 46 cents on a stink bid. Beautiful job. 29.95 on GameStop. 29.93 now on GameStop. The low of the day, 29.87. We're coming in with paper. GameStop is backing off. That 30 barrier did not hold. 1.7 million volume. That's barely 425,000 shares of pre-split support. That's not going to hold a $30 bid. There's no way. 29.92, a nickel away. The Dow 283 lower right here. 29.92 on GameStop. Are we going to hit a new low again? I think we might. Tiff, sell my house. I think HPQ calls will make money even with good earnings today. What can I say? 29.91, 29.90 on GameStop. We're 3 cents away from the low of the day here. 29.90. That's what's going on. 29.89. 2 cents from the low of the day on GameStop. Here we go again. The drift and the stock keeps coming in. CCS and puts today mean money. Covered calls and puts are money. 29.88, 86, a nickel away. 29.86, a nickel away from the low of the day now. 29.88 29.81 is the new low, and we're pushing this here. We are pushing this around 29.81. We're down 290 on the Dow, dropping again, 292 on the Dow. We're dropping again, 29.89 on GameStop, 29.88. These options are backing off, kids. They are backing off. Those 31.50s have got to be in the 50-cent range by now. If that, 29.88, 7 cents from the low of the day on GameStop. Ooh-wee, watching all kinds of stuff happening here, aren't we? Down 304 on the Dow now, 304-point drop. We're down 45 on S&P, if not more than that. We're down 47 on S&P. NASDAQ down 156, 1.3% drop on NASDAQ. Down we go again. I sell my house, and Marlboro says to Tiff, even if they have good earnings, I don't think it'll get our strike price. Bama Babe, congratulations of all option writers today. This is why we are here with you, Uncle Bruce. Rock and roll, kids. You guys are making money today. All those calls you're writing are backing up, and you're putting in stink bids to scoop them up, wait for a little rally, and write again. That's how it works. 29.93 now on GameStop. Backing up the truck. Interesting. Deuce Caboose Tiff, I know one way down. I know that. 29.88 again on GameStop, approaching this low of the day of 29.81. 5.90 on SoFi. ME down 3, Matterport up 1 penny now. That's all. 29.92 on GameStop. The Dow is off 296 to 299 right now. That's what's going on right here today, live. How are you guys doing? Are you making money in this market? Are those calls coming back to you? Oh my, 66-cent bid on the 31.50s at Die Friday, and I know that's late. We're lower than that, I'm sure. Tish, I wish HPQ would make it back to 33. I bought it at 35.65, and my cover calls only made $250 so far. Coyote, it's one of those mornings where I feel like I can't get up from my chair because I'll miss the excitement. I don't want to walk away from this. Too much going on. 29.89 on GameStop, as 8 cents away from the low of the day. 29.81 is the low. 29.89 is where we're at. The Dow off 298. Stock is coming up for sale here. These indexes are dropping off. U.S. companies are getting more downbeat about the Chinese market, and they should. China is bad shape, really bad shape. There's no help coming from there. GameStop below 30, says Tiff. That's right. 29.89 on the GameStop right now. 299, 305 drop on the Dow. The Dow now down 311, another drop. Down 313, another drop on the Dow Jones. We're backing off here yet again. The S&P under 4,000, 39.81, down 49 points now. That's what's happening. 29.88 on GameStop shares. We're dropping under 20, under 30 now. There you go, kids. 320 on the Dow. A 320-point drop on the Dow Jones. Getting worse. 322. Another backing off here. Selling coming in on the big board. Right now, oil down 385, and we're at 29.93.94 on GameStop. Barely hanging on. SPY is dropping also, says Nazareth. Yep, 39.80 on the S&P 500, down 52 points. NASDAQ down 173 off 1.45%, getting larger. The drop is getting larger now on these stocks. 29.89 on GameStop shares. 29.89. All right. That's what's happening, you guys. I got to get going here. Oh, boy. I'll keep an eye on it. You keep an eye on it. We were around long enough to watch that GameStop break 30. Nick, I closed shorts on Foot Locker, SNOW, Toll Brothers, EMPH, and Profit has been locked in, $13,068. I'll short some more if something interesting pops up. Nice going, Nick. Well done, sir. Good work today. 337-point drop in the Dow. The AMC APE combination, they're down 78 cents today. Now pushing $15 around, if that, $14.50, $15. GameStop 29.92 to 30, trying to hang on. SoFi down 14 to 586. ME down 2.8. Matterport down a penny right now. All right. Splair, I wish you all an enjoyable day. I just started with the break for lunchtime now. Splair, you take care, buddy. Have yourself a good one. We'll see you all at 3 o'clock this afternoon for the final hour. We're down 360 on the Dow at the low of the day right now. And we're backing off all over the place. 29.97 on GameStop, going for another drop right here, right at this moment. And keep an eye on your options. Put in your stink bids. Scoop them back super cheap and get ready to rinse and repeat. Okay, kids, we'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Thanks, everybody. Bye for now.